welcome to season 2 of Cricket Talk with Venky. Let's welcome Venky first. Venky, welcome to the show.
Namaskar. Thank you very much for welcoming me for this show, Srinivas Murthy, and also great to be on the show and also great to speak to you as well.
Thanks, Venky. Season 1 was awesome and Indian tour of Australia was historic. That's the least you can say.
Absolutely. I mean, historic, and also at the same time, it was a mouth-watering series, whether it's one-days or the T20s and the Test series that ended extremely well. So obviously, India, after winning the series, are high on confidence, and are inching closer to the Test Championship in England.
Yeah, as you rightly put, the World Test Championship is the most awaited event that's going to happen on 18th to 22nd at Lords. That will be the finals, and India is well poised, I would say, to beat England in this tomorrow's game. I would say the upcoming series, it's a 4 Test match series. Venky, this is a very important series from this World Test Championships perspective.
Definitely, yes. Another mouth-watering series, I should say, because England also has won their couple of Test matches that they played against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. So in that sense, they're quite used to the conditions. When I say conditions, Sri Lankan conditions are pretty much similar to the Indian conditions. So England, having won in Sri Lanka, so are good in terms of their their squad. Their batting lineup could be the bowling lineup, and also they've shown that ability to play against spin. So in that sense, this series is going to be really mouth-watering. It's going to be really closely contested series, between two very, very good sides. So, it'll be really challenging for both the sides.
With the cancellation of Australian tour of South Africa, New Zealand has already qualified as one of the finalists for the World Test Championships. The second spot is up for grabs. India has to win this series by a 2 Test margin, at least 2-0 or 3-1. Or 4-0 like that. At the same time, England also stand a chance if they win the series, let's say 4-1 or 3-0. So Venky, it's very interestingly poised, and the first 2 Test matches are happening at Chennai. Tell us something about the Chennai wicket, Venky.
Yeah, before going to the Chennai wicket, Srinivas Murthy, yes, both the teams have got an opportunity to go to to play the World Test Championship. And having said that, yes, Indian team definitely has got the edge because India is playing at home, and having beaten Australia in Australia, of course, the confidence is really high. They're set with a very good batting lineup. The bowlers bowling lineup as well. I mean, it's not, the Indian team is not dependent on just 1 or 2 players. Of course, Virat Kohli has come back, so in that sense, the batting has got a lot of depth in it. So obviously playing at Chennai, the first 2 Test matches, back-to-back Test matches being played at Chennai, because the conditions do favor India. The Indian players have played a lot in these conditions, and at Chennai, it's going to be towards the hotter side, and humidity is going to be high. And of course, the Chennai pitch does assist the spinner, Srinivas Murthy. Could be leg spinners or the wrist spinners or finger spinners. It's going to assist spinners. At the same time, I should say that having bowled myself on the Chennai track, it does help fast bowlers to swing the ball reverse. So because of the rough condition of the pitch and because of the hot and humidity in the air, the ball tends to become heavier on one side and obviously extremely rough on the other side, which helps the faster bowlers to get that reverse swing going. So it's going to be really interesting to watch how the Indian fast bowlers are going to use the reverse swing, and the very experienced English fast bowlers led by James Anderson, how they're going to use the reverse swing.
Yes, Venky, I still remember your spell 5 for 0 against Pakistan in the second innings at Chennai Test match. Who can forget that? Again, coming to the Indian team, you have already touched that Bumrah is back, Kohli is back. But the real challenge would be, as you said, facing the English fast bowlers, that's Anderson, who has more than 600 wickets. Then there is Stuart Broad. They are ably supported by Ben Stokes, who also has performed very well as a bowler. And of course, he's a class all-rounder. There's no doubt about it.
That's one of the reasons why I said there's also going to be a mouth-watering series and a closely contested series. Is only because of the balance that both the teams has got in their lineups. Whether it could be batsmen, it could be fast bowlers, it could be all-rounders, or it could be spinners as well. You can't take Moeen Ali lightly. You can't take the other spinners lightly. We have seen, some very good spinners doing extremely well in the Indian conditions from from the touring side. So in that sense, you can't take anybody lightly. And also, English team has come to India with a lot of confidence behind them, and also have come to India with a lot of runs that has been scored on the turning tracks in Sri Lanka. So in that sense, it's not going to be easy at all for the Indian team. So obviously, if the Indian team has to qualify to the World Test Championship, Srinivas Murthy, they need to win the series with at least a minimum of 2 test matches, the difference of 2 test matches. So, you did mention about, you gave some statistics about 2-0 or 3-1 and so on for in favor of India. So definitely, I would see India winning the series with 3-1. Even a test match giving to England.
Canara Bank, together we can.
Yes, Venky. See, I was observing the England and Sri Lanka series. The reason why England won the series was because of the strategy that they adopted, especially Joe Root sweeping against the spinners. We saw Butler employ the same strategy. How do you think Indian spinners are going to, change their bowling or alter their bowling to counter this sweep strategy, I would say?
Yes, that's one of the main stroke that a batsman needs to have on a turning track. Playing sweep shots and playing reverse sweep shots. In fact, most of the English batsmen, they do play reverse sweep also extremely well, not just the sweep. So that makes a bit difficult for the spinners to set the field. Say for example, an Ashwin is bowling. Obviously, there is going to be a lot of fielders on the leg side. When I say a lot of fielders, there's 5 fielders on the leg side. But that is when they apply the strategy of reverse sweeping, because there's only less fielders. So in that sense, it puts a bit of pressure on the spinner. So obviously here, what's important for the spinners, Srinivas Murthy, is that I'm sure you being a spinner, you would agree with it, that you've got to be you've got to go slightly more slower. The more quicker you bowl, you might get the turn, but the ball comes onto the back to sweep. So in that sense, you've got to flight the ball slightly more, bowl a bit slightly slower, and give a lot of flight. Of course, you've got to finish it to get the drift and the bounce as well. At the same time, you've got to be slightly slower in the air and pull the length slightly, slightly back. So I think you got to mix your pace, the trajectory as a spinner. Keep mixing that pace. I think you need to keep playing with the length, and it's not just the sweep shots that they would employ. It's also about using their feet as well. So they're quite confident now to play spin bowlers. So it's going to be challenging for the spinners.
Joe Root had an awesome series in Sri Lanka, so he'll be high on confidence. That's England aside. Venky, what will be your playing 11 from India's perspective tomorrow?
Look, tomorrow I'm sure Virat Kohli coming back. He would be batting at number 4. So obviously the opening spot would be taken by Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill, who is in extremely good form. So it's going to be unfortunate for Mayank Agarwal, not playing the Test match. And number 3 would be Cheteshwar Pujara, and number 5 is going to be Ajinkya Rahane. That's after Virat Kohli at number 4. 6 is going to be Rishabh Pant. Who's also in very good form as well. Just that he needs to really adjust the, while keeping for the bounce, and of course followed by maybe 5 bowler strategy with Ashwin, and could be a Kuldeep or somebody else, maybe. Yeah, or maybe an Akshar Patel. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, Akshar Patel, who's a left-arm spinner who's come in place of Jadeja, who's injured, of course, yes. And not just that, Bumrah is going to be, he's going to be playing tomorrow along with, Mohammad Siraj, who's in good form, and Ishan Sharma probably, yes.
So that would be your playing 11. 5 bowlers. That's 3 spinners, 2 fast bowlers, and then 5 pure batsmen, and then the wicket keeper. So
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, you can be a bit, there might be some surprise. Maybe they might go with three fast bowler approach as well with 2 spinners. That's Ashwin and Kuldeep, or Ashwin and Akshar Patel. You never know.
But again, depends on the wicket, I would say, because you know what they're telling. They're given an opportunity to a new curator by name Ramesh Kumar, I think. He's preparing an international wicket for the first time, so everybody is keen to know how the wicket will be.
So more the reason that you play with 3 fast bowlers. So even if it's helpful for the fast bowlers, say for example, which I don't think it's going to be, because Indian condition is different, the pitch condition is going to be different, and there's going to be a lot of wear and tear of the pitch towards as the day goes by. So obviously spinners will come into play, and also reverse swing will come into play as well. So I think the 3 fast bowler strategy with 2 spinners, I think probably that's what Indian team might be going. In fact, last series, if you look back against South Africa, if I'm right, I think the fast bowlers did extremely well. So, maybe, who knows? They might go with 3 fast bowlers, that is Bumrah, Ishan Sharma, and Mohammad Siraj, and 2 spinners. Ashwin is for sure going to play, and it could be either, the toss-up is going to be either between Akshar Patel or Kuldeep Yadav.
Whatever be the conditions, Venky, as you said, this is going to be a mouth-watering series. Absolutely no doubt about it, because 2 quality teams are playing, and both of them are coming into the series with high on confidence because they have won the previous series. Thank you very much, Venky, for joining on the show. We'll continue to have this discussion throughout this season again. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Viewers, keep watching Canara Bank YouTube channel. Kindly like, share, comment, and also inform your friends about this unique thing that's happening on Canara Bank YouTube channel.